If I were to sum up my career in 3 words, emotional, amazing, and fun. Are those 3 good enough? Is that really something? It's hard to sum it up in 3 words. My earliest memory always is being in the East End of London. We had a football cage on concrete, and that's where I started playing football with my brother and all the boys in the neighbourhood. I didn't see it as, oh, I'm a girl, they're a boy, I shouldn't be playing football. I had to earn my place, and it actually made me and equipped me to become the player that I was throughout my career. It was just how it was in the neighbourhood. If you wanted to get on the field, you didn't want to be watching on the sideline, you had to be good. No one was going to give up their spot on their team unless you were good enough to be picked. I actually got spotted in a local tournament in the East End, and it was actually Vic Akers got in contact with me and asked me to come down for a trial, and literally that was it. Walking into Highbury, he showed me around, and I've been Arsenal ever since. I actually don't remember my first team debut. I think because I'd been in and around the first team, training at Highbury, I knew all the girls and everything. I don't actually remember the first time I stepped out onto the pitch. But I remember just that whole group of women were just always so supportive. They used to have to come and pick me up, especially a player named Jenny Canty that didn't live far from me, knew that I had to struggle to get to training, or so they just made sure that I was always there and I was always on time. I suppose that was one of the hardest conversations, because for me, I never wanted to leave this club ever. It still is. It's been my second family, my home. And so I remember definitely going to sit with Vic, and we both come. I remember crying my eyes out, but he said to me, "Owsie, you know what, go and prove yourself and you will be back." It's bad because I left Arsenal as a striker, and then Marcus actually turned me into a right back. And I remember him coming in to the changing room, and he was like, "Alex, you're gonna think I'm mad, but I want you to play right back." And I was like, what? But then, like I said, I'm one of those players that no matter what, if you tell me to do something, I'm going to do it. So he was just like, go with your instincts, play your game, but you're going to be playing at right back today. And then I was a right back ever since. Every time I was stepping out on that field, I was thinking about Arsenal and being back, that one, I had to prove Vic wrong, that I should be starting and I should be starting for Arsenal. And I suppose that's always been my drive to make it to the top, is to prove those people wrong that maybe didn't believe in me, that I'm going to show it to you. And then that's what I did. He was straight back on the phone telling me I had to come home, and that's what I did. I came home. All my coaches, teammates, family members, you know, it's all about it's the team behind the team, I suppose. Everyone's played a part, and I have to thank them. That Invincible season, it's hard to describe, because you just feel like everything is going your way no matter what. Ultimately, it has to come down to Vic Akers as well. Vic needs to take a lot of credit for the way he pushed us, the way he never let us rest on any laurels at all. It was weird because we wasn't professional, but Vic made us be professional in everything that we did. He always reminded us that we're breaking records. We need to keep breaking records. We've won this trophy, but it's not good enough. We need to win it again. It was just ruthless with Vic, and we have to thank him for so much. I have to thank him. For me, Vic's kind of been like that second father figure throughout my career. He's played a big part where I've got to now. Some would say it's wind assisted, but let me recall my side of the story. I remember it was coming towards the end, running up that right from right back up the right wing. And I remember Vic Akers screaming at me, shoot! So I remember just putting my head down and shooting and then seeing it fly into the top corner. And then we won the Champions League. The choice to go to Boston, jeez. It was an opportunity that I couldn't turn down. I knew that my aims were not to be the best right back in England, but I wanted to be the best right back in the world. And to do that, I had to go and test myself against the best players in the best league, which I did. And that was my explanations to Vic. And, you know, fair play to Vic. He said I had to go and do it as well. He knew that in England, we can offer that at the moment. And the same words, he was like, I'm always here. This club is always here for you. Go and do what you've got to do and then come back. I'd spent 3 years in America and the league was actually going in a transition phase as well. And it's mad because every off season I would come back, I'd still be training with the team and going to watch the girls. So I left, but I was still always around. And then having those conversations and being around the team again at Arsenal, it felt right at that time. My whole thing was that I wanted to become the best right back in the world. And in the 2011 World Cup, I just remember playing my best football, knowing as well myself that I was the best right back. And then when you're named that, that's a good feeling. And then I remember straight afterwards, it was like, okay, I've been named it, but now I need to prove that I'm still it. And the couple of years afterwards, it was always to keep doing that. So to look back at my career and know that I achieved what I set out to do, that's a good feeling. I think the thing that I'll miss the most, I suppose you can't ever replicate being in that team environment. The friendships that you make along the way, those are the routines now that I won't have anymore. You kind of will always have the friendships, but that coming into the training ground and that buzz of being around the team and bouncing off your teammates, those are special moments. I've had such an amazing career, with so many highs. There have been some lows. But to walk away from the game, knowing that I played my part to get it to where it is and where it's going, meet some amazing people along the way, I can just look back and have a huge smile on my face, knowing that that young girl that signed for Arsenal when she was 8 managed to achieve way beyond anything that she would ever have dreamed of.
If you like that, you've got to subscribe.